according to
Hello,
times.
hello, and welcome, Andrew from the Cool Dog channel. Let me welcome you into the Final Fantasy XVI once again. I've checked some of the marks on the map. Nothing too exciting. Let's just go quickly, do the quests, and progress with the main storyline.
What am I gonna...
Is everything all right, Goutze? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive.
Of course.
An eye for an eye. Oh good, you're a big baby.
Lady Karen,
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
you're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just... all right. I'm here because...
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil ex?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dallimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you know that.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course.
That was unpleasant.
I spoke with Lady Karen,
What did she say?
that the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her part,
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them?
no, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dallimil, so that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who...
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Oh, Clive, you softy.
Seems the hideaway's lost it.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for?
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, so I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself.
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites...
Fine.
Want to play favourites, Molly. So,
A fried mortress of skyworm. Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rant...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even existed?
Ah, that's a question for a kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Hop, and if he does, I'll see if I can find your...
You do that.
Everyone in this freaking hideaway are using you, Clive. Or maybe you like to being used. Eh?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid, perhaps you can...
I can certainly try.
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales. The ones... I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, my first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do, which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid.
I think it just... I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have... They were in the atrium when I last saw them.
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if...
Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I'm...
So the fabled Sanbriquois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. Their ground livers being the paste from which...
Dragon livers.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea...
So we know where to look for our liver.
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance. A herb which grows along the north. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone. So I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubted.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other.
Best of luck, Clive, and do save me a bite once the...
Let's speak with the children in the atrium.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
Yeah, he was. He was impaled by Bahamut's spear.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss...
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We just...
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Midadol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goutze? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Midadol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the...
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they...
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Midadol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah. Hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when...
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Midadol and Miss Shirley.
You hear that?
Until then, though.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Valuable lesson from a valuable teacher. Let's see the hunt, because I think that there was one. Do the hunt, do the quests. South of Tabor, Dalmatia. South of Tabor, Dalmatia. Oh crap, I cannot go anywhere. Oh, then okay, let's go finish this quest and travel to the Crozit Echoes.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they...
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know. I shall see that the children are properly...
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva.
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to, but that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they've...
$700 ability points. That's freaking a lot. Okay, so if I cannot do anything else, let's go here. Cloak and dagger. Maybe from now I can go wherever I want to. Where might it be? Somewhere in Dalmatia? But I don't see any place where it might be. Seriously good to... Maybe it was... no, south? South of Dalmatia, I think, but... South of Dalmatia, where? Is there maybe South Tabor? Dicho. I don't think I have the place yet. So this one will be done later in the game, I think, because I cannot locate the place. I don't even have something called Tabor yet, or south of Tabor.
The bandits may be new, but look what they've left us with. Got a hard time.
It shouldn't be too hard to find Goutze.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors.
Have you?
Go on.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price. Be they... Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll... And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and who will they all turn to keep them in... Why, the good Reaper.
And you've seen this Reaper at...
Aye, it just so happens. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil. Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the... But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular... Feeling bold, traveler? Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept you.
Someone is trying to frame Karen.
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but...
You too, Goutze.
What a mess.
You fought very brave.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Ready, go?
Faster!
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
We both know we will not pretend that this didn't happen, Clive. Quick and easy fight.
Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwin finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirt. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the...
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwin wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in... Then you turned up. Well, go on then.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goutze.
I thought this quest will be less complicated than that.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crime.
Lord!
Goutze, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life, and the lives of that loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. And I will not allow it to continue. Goutze, was it? I have no quarrel with you, only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sin.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goutze, no.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then. I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? What?
You bitch! Everything that happened. It was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goutze, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pet. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little river, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goutze into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
That was a bloody quest, but well ended. Fucking proud of you. Okay, what's next?
My lord Marquis, it is you? Then you... I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord...
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean...
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current... And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left the subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks once unsink the gears of governance have ground to a halt. And without a steady hand on the realm threatens to drift into... Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is...
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the Seven High...
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword. Yet in these dark times, even that may not prove...
So you want me to fight? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic. The other, the old...
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
And back again to Daily Mill. These side quests are boring, you know. The main storyline in this game is magnificent, phenomenal, and everything. What's the best in the gaming industry in these times, but side quests are just boring. Damn fucking boring.
Faster!
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master, so you can start by giving us all the coppers.
I already told you.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you'll...
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master. If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republicans.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to... He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
expect as much.
Much has changed in the Republican...
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against... I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the his men confiscated my effects and...
The captain is no more.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be...
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their...
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the cap. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin?
Not at all. Now, if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
I think that's a very good turn of events, because in Northreach I have more than one quest now. Very, very nice.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. Be safe. What happened here?
If you're with the other, they've already relieved me of my...
I'm not. I'm looking for...
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady...
Of the 7 High Houses of... It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some
bandits.
They looked more like field hands. It didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a...
Which way did they go?
South, toward the...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I...
Thank you.
Softy heart, Clive. Softy heart.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
I am sometimes losing the awareness of the surroundings.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told...
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out there are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it.
Rockford, if you are to continue your investment, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
I shall return to Northreach, but allow me to thank you for...
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already... I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Fine. So now let's go and find the ingredients for a soup.
Let's go.
Thank God I have you, Ambrosia. Thank God.
That'll do, girl.
Nothing like a little unrest.
Let the dame hear you say that. There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
Blueback Wyvern might not be an easy one. I hope it will not be. Yeah, there was a mother crystal back then in there. It's not anymore.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia. This might take a while. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. Over here! That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Oh, there they are.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better.
And it's very fortunate.
So,
I did, and he was as helpful as ever.
and what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms. Now then, you stay right where you are. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
Clive is a very brave man to eat something like this. Or stupid one. Looks
And
delicious.
here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of colour?
So, not.
What witchery? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from...
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right.
Decent. It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
I thought it was awful, horrible, and it was horrific.
Nothing like a dish of cook.
I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for you. Well, reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goutze. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalimil. Don't think I didn't appreciate.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
What's this? Oh, displayed in Clive's chambers. Fine by me. And the last thing to do, let's finish this damn quest and finish the episode. And for fuck's sake, continue the main storyline. There's way too many of side quests that are just trivial. And I am a sick man, I have to do all of them.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders. Speaking of which, I received word from both
I only happen to be in the right place at the right... They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather...
I am afraid that Grim Storm is in crisis. And if we are to free her, we must work.
As it is mine.
Oh, I thought the name was Smooth like a butter, and the Smooth like a butler. Fine. And that's all of you, my dear side questo. Oh, the Hand of Hyperion? What's this? I want to see what's that. It was unavailable until now. I haven't seen this. Please explain. The closer we are to the end of the storyline, I think all the heroes will die. It might be pessimistic, but I think it will happen. Clive most definitely will die. And I think the same fate will happen to his brother. What's this?
This one's awake.
Okay.
See what's inside.
I do have a few trial by fire. Let's try this for once, only once. I won't be doing all of them within the episodes, but let's try. Okay, the cyclone and this. I thought this is gonna be one stage. Nice one. I might do this sometimes, but not now. Thank you for today's episode, my friends.